Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the news summary for this Friday, the 8th of May 2026. As the 50th anniversary of the country's independence is approaching, the members of the National Day Organizing Committee held a press conference to share more details on the upcoming activities being done to celebrate this momentous occasion. The co-chairperson of the committee, Minister for Tourism and Culture, Amanda Bernstein, is encouraging members of the public to participate in the upcoming activities.
This weekend marks a 50-day countdown until this momentous anniversary. We have key activities coming up, starting with the ship scuttling of Topaz tomorrow. The decommissioning ceremony is today. We are very excited to be creating a new dive site for dive tourism and for local divers who are passionate about this sort of thing. And Topaz has a wonderful history in Seychelles, so that's one of those activities. Towards the end of the month, we have 3 days of intense cleaning that we're encouraging everybody to participate in, from businesses to communities to in your home. We're working with partners to facilitate pickups and collaborations in districts to make sure that we can get our towns and our homes and districts looking their very best ahead of our June celebrations. With the program, we've got many different types of activities, from the young to the older generation can enjoy, from golf tournaments to national athletics competition, to some unveiling of some commemorative buildings and some other surprises as well still to come. So we'd like to encourage members of the community to follow our pages, our social media channels, and stay up to date with the different programmed events and lend us their support.
President Patrick Amini has launched the campaign leading up to the 50th independence anniversary celebrations. This was through the planting of a coco de mer nut in the State House garden this morning. It was a member of the Eco Warriors who handed the nut to the president to be planted. Vice President Sébastien Pilet and the Minister for Tourism and Culture, Amanda Bernstein, also planted a coco de mer nut each. The mayor of Victoria, Josie Michaud-Payette, explained that the planting of the coco de mer nuts falls within a bigger activity to plant 50 trees within Victoria during 2 days, today and the 18th of May. The Department of Culture, Arts and National Heritage says restoration work on Seychelles' iconic clock tower is progressing steadily and remains on schedule. Civil works carried out with the Seychelles Infrastructure Agency are now about 75% complete, while around 80% of sandblasting and surface treatment on the monument itself has been completed. Repair and restoration works are expected to continue over the next 2 weeks, with specialized conservation materials being sourced overseas. The Ministry of Tourism and Culture thanked the public for its patience and support during the restoration process. 28 new recruits have officially joined the Seychelles Defense Forces following a swearing-in ceremony held this morning at the Coast Guard base in Perseverance. The recruits, made up of 19 men and 9 women, completed 3 months of military training at the Bello Army Camp. During the ceremony, Chief of Defense Forces Major General Michael Rosette encouraged the new soldiers to make use of modern technology for their personal development and for the benefit of the force. Awards were also presented to the best performing recruits, with Valdano Volser receiving the overall top recruit award. The new soldiers also took part in a joint military exercise with the Indian Army during their training. The Fire and Rescue Service Agency says there is now no risk of the fire at Font Azor in the Bessetan district on Pralin to return. SFRSA officers went back on the site this morning to recheck the area. Even though the fire had been extinguished since yesterday just after 6 p.m., SFRSA needed to verify that there were no remaining fire pockets, especially in the bushy ferns, as the ground was still hot when they left the area last night. The fire incident, which happened on Wednesday evening and took 26 hours to put out, is the first forest fire on that scale on Pralin in the past 18 years. The district of Ansopin has marked a special milestone this week with the celebration of the 100th birthday of Mrs. Marie-Joseph Bonne during a ceremony held at the district community center. On this occasion, the Centenarian was presented with several gifts, including a present from the President, Patrick Amini, handed over by the Principal Secretary of the Ministry of Local Government and Inner Islands. Born on the 6th May 1926, Marie Bonne has spent her entire life in Ossopin. She has been widowed for 30 years and is the mother of two sons, John and Michel. During the ceremony, Nathalie Vital, who has lived with her since childhood and now looks after her, paid tribute to the centenarian, describing her as an adoptive mother. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the end of our news summary for now. Join us again at 8 for the news in Creole.